Hey everybody, Bones here, Bones Garage, just bringing you update what's going on at the garage. So, the Rochester 2-Jet, we have her all cleaned up now. We're getting ready to start putting her back together. And you can see how much cleaner. If you saw the video before, you can really see how much cleaner everything is. Even the choke plate, look at how nice that looks from what it was before. And even the top of the carburetor here, look at that. You can read, it says all of it here. How nice is that? It is so much cleaner. But I didn't want to completely clean it. I wanted to leave a lot of the patina on it because the rest of the truck is going to be that way. Even the motor itself, we're not doing any paint on it. We cleaned it, got all the grease off it, and we're just leaving it basically bare metal. So everything is going to stay that way, but look at how nice the insides look. They're all clean. That I will not compromise on. I still have to clean out the bore for the accelerator pump. It still has some corrosion in there, so I got to clean that up. So when I put the new accelerator pump with its new gasket in there, seal actually in there, it doesn't eat up the edges of the seal. And if you look real close, let's see, yeah, you can see some of the corrosion on there. That little bit of corrosion after time will start eating up that seal, and it will cause the fuel to bypass the seal and not go into the jets and feed the extra fuel into the carburetor. So we want to get all that nice and clean on the interior. I also left some of the rust spots on the base. I didn't paint it or do anything to it. All I wanted is to get it clean, make it so it looks good and it will work well. But we have everything else cleaned, all the screws. I have a brand new float for it right there because this float has a leak in it. So it's getting fuel inside it, and then it makes the float heavier, and it ends up leaving the needle and seat open, and more fuel comes into the carburetor. And then what it starts doing is it starts feeding itself through the boosters into the barrels and then dripping into the motor, causing it to have either a slight hesitation, a little tiny miss, or you'll just be idling and it'll go wah, da, da. It's just not good. So it's just cheaper, easier, little peace of mind. Get a new one. It's not that bad. And this is the whole rebuild kit. Remember when I was telling you there's like a million different gaskets because there's a million variations of this carburetor? Well, here you go. The majority of the kit is gaskets. There are a lot of parts in it, little parts, but the majority of it is just gaskets. So I get a lot of that stuff. I make sure I buy all the good stuff that's going to be needed, stuff that's going to wear. Make sure you buy them. Just buy the new one. It's a good peace of mind. So everything's looking good. Look at how nice the emulsion and the feed tubes are for the boosters. Look at how clean they came. No more clogs in any of these. Even the feed tubes here, look at how clean everything is. Look at how nice. I take a little piece of wire and I send them into all of the holes to make sure they get cleaned out. And then I take my air hose, and with pressure I take the air hose and I put it completely over these and then blast a little bit of air through. So this way we make sure anything that's stuck in there will come out, and we do it on both ends. So you do it on on one side and then you go to the other side and do it that way to make sure you get anything that's going to clog it up out, or else the car just won't run right. So even the emulsion tubes, these tubes actually go over those tubes, which actually sit in here. And from the factory, they're kind of pressed down. They have a little spot where if you look closely, you might be able to see it. They just tab the edge of the where these sit. and it just holds them down until they put the boosters on top of it and screw it all down. But yeah, now they'll just come in and out, so I can clean them all up. And look at how nice and clean they are. All the holes are open, everything looks good, everything is nice. So this carburetor, once we get it on the motor, should run really good. And it's going on that 64 C10 we're doing, the pick 'em up truck. It's gonna look really nice. It's gonna work really well. So there you go, guys. Have a good one. I will talk to you soon. Okay, bye.